One, two, three, go!
Okay, what is up, guys? Fahan here. I'm currently doing a video broadcast with Ra. Just to give a bit of introduction, Ra is a very extreme overlander. So he went to knock up in Norway 2017, and then his most recent trip was the Liqui Moly riding the Americas from Alaska to Argentina for charity. It's a free food for all, and it's helped to raise funds for the less fortunate in Singapore. He's actually scheduled to fly to Scotland on the 18th for the Scotland to Home 2020 ride, but unfortunately, due to the current COVID-19 situation, he has to delay it lah. So, Ra, how are you doing, man?
I'm good actually. I'm quite happy that majority of us doing our part to stay at home. I'm quite happy today when I was out working out. I see only like three of us like working out. The rest are all like I don't see people. Which keep it up, Singapore, which is really good. Keep it up. We have like 13 more days. We can do this. Yeah. Please stay at home and be safe.
So, don't mind me asking, how your circuit breaker? What are you going to do?
I was just talking to Yan yesterday. Yan been working out ever since I'm gone, right? But I have stopped because, coming back from a trip, like long trip, there's a lot of in my head. I mean, every one of us will experience this. There's flashback, there's a lot of things. Every time when I want to do my writing, looking at the photo journal, it's very hard, to look at all the photo, not the beautiful photo, the people, how they live, how they eat is not easy. But so I got to go out and do workout and then try to like get my momentum back. Otherwise, I'm all good. It's just a bummer I couldn't leave last Saturday for
Yeah.
Scotland to Singapore. Yeah, but it will happen. It will happen. Yeah.
We are here to talk about your recent trip, the Liqui Moly riding the Americas. Okay, first and foremost,
Yes.
you actually shipped your Singapore registered F650 US Anchorage, Alaska. What were the logistic challenges for you?
It's pretty smooth actually. I get the few contacts because it's not cheap to ship the bike. Actually, I got contact from Surinder Pal, yeah, and a couple other. Even my agent in UK give me the contact to get the quotation. But
Mm.
in case you guys want to know, to fly
Ah,
the bike from Singapore to Vancouver actually costs 11,000 US. But yeah, it's expensive because this is the first time for them to fly the bike to Vancouver. But to ship the bike on vessel, it cost me only US 1,800 from Kuala Lumpur. So it's
mm,
pretty reasonable, but it takes a while to get to Vancouver. So logistical wise, not much. You just need to get the right people to talk to, like
mm,
EM, for example, or Surinder Pal. They got a lot of contact, and then you just need to prepare yourself what to do when you before they create your bike. Other than that, no. I mean, there's a lot of us here in Singapore can give good advice, and we have
mm.
contact like who to go to ship your bike. And the shipping alone is not cheap, I think. But of course, you want to find the cheapest shippers. So, like I said again, don't worry about that. If you have dreams to ride your bike far, far away, you have people here willing to help you. But even you, Farhan, you and your buddy, Zah, do it. Seriously, seriously, do it because after coming back from there, it really opened up my mind. I mean, the way I think about our home country, Singapore, beautiful Singapore. Really. Guys, again, stay home, man. Don't go out.
So basically, when we want to ship a bike over to the US, can give you a call.
Yeah, you can give us a call. There's a lot of us did this, we have like a couple of contacts. Even now, we have better contacts that can offer cheaper handling. Yeah. That, like I said again, don't think too much. Just plan, save
Mm.
money. When the time comes, look for people like Yem, myself, Surinder Pal, Lina. There's a lot of us actually willing to help. We always willing to help. Right?
Yeah, the ride or bus crew lah.
Yeah.
You actually ride in the snow in Alaska, Canada.
Uh,
It must
I think it
be cold.
was in Alaska. It wasn't snow. Actually, I was very lucky. It was cold rain, very very extreme cold rain. The only time I rode in snow this time was in Argentina itself, in Ushuaia. That was after 3 days. I was in Ushuaia. Perfect weather. The third day or the fourth day leaving Ushuaia, it's snow. I hate that kind of weather to ride the bike because I experienced riding in the snow.
Ah,
My balls. squeeze. It's very scary, but I was lucky because the road was clear. It's just that the side of the road it was snowing. That was it. Other than that, it's just the cold in South America and in Alaska. Yeah, the
Ah,
cold is really extreme there. Even though it was summer, but because of the weather, geographically they are in the south near Antarctica. That's why it was really cold.
yeah, so you never actually lost traction, lost control, or like
I
just
did,
slip.
though. In Alaska, I did fell once on the off road because it wasn't a proper tarmac road. Probably I was going too fast. I came down and skid at the corner, but it wasn't major. I was alone coming back from Anchorage to Canada.
Mm.
So sit down, take a cigarette break, and slowly bring up my thing and lift up my bike. But it wasn't so serious because I was fully protected, wearing all the gears that Motor World provided. Yeah, so I was fully protected. And I wasn't injured at all.
You know they drive on the left, right over there. So was it confusing for you adapting to the
Oh,
left-hand drive position?
that was really good question. Fine. What I did, I put a buffer to be in Vancouver for 2 weeks. Then I brought up my bike from the custom port. So I rode for a couple of days in Vancouver to Vancouver Island to get used to the orientation there, driving orientation. But then again, people in Canada are really, really nice. So no problem at all. You just got to tell yourself, keep to your right. Like you're driving on the right hand side, and people there are really, really nice, extremely nice. So I didn't have problem at all in Canada, in America, even in South America. Probably I was too slow. People
Uh,
keep home to go faster, but no problem at all. I give myself about 3 days to ride in Canada, in Vancouver, to get used. So every time when you plan a trip, you want to go USA to ride. Always take your time to orientate yourself. Don't get the bike out from the customs straight away. Go to your next destination. That is really bad practice. So give
mm.
yourself 3 days, ride around, meet friends, have coffee. Get used to the riding style there.
When I was in the US, I was on vacation. Adapting to left-hand drive was a bit. I actually went to the other lane a couple of times. Like someone crash. Your trip is well documented on social media. And then I also noticed a couple of people who tag along with you, like Brad Shirley from Texas. That's all I can remember. Do you plan to tag along with them, or do you encounter them on their trip actually? Are they random encounters?
We met in Vancouver.
Mm.
In a guest house. That guest house was recommended in Overlander. So naturally, not all, most of the Overlander hang out there. So we decided, because our routes are similar, so we decided to go along together. And there are a lot of us actually riding up to Alaska. So we look for somebody that we can get along, and then we just ride. I rode with a lot of people, like 10 days, 2 weeks, 1 month. So I wasn't alone most of the time here.
I think this one is a very pressing question. How's the border crossing situation like in the Americas? I noticed you encounter a lot of problems in South America. The paperwork, I see your whole stack.
Very stressful. Number one, the language barrier. Number two, they are still using a lot of paperwork. Like there's a lot of documentation that you need to produce, and after you produce to them, for example, your passport, after they chop, right, they want you to photocopy, and then you go. This photocopy is not just next door, no, it's like in the village. You go to the village nearby the border town, you photocopy, you bring it back, and then they sign and chop. They ask you to photocopy again. That's one example. But there are a lot of processes, very confusing, all in Spanish. And if you don't speak Spanish, you will never understand. So what I do, I just tell them I don't speak Spanish, and I just ask them to fill out for me. The army call it act blur. Yeah.
Oh
So
my.
most of them they just feel like, but Costa Rica was really hardcore. It took me 5 hours to clear Costa Rica in the heavy rain. I can tell you this over coffee next time when the CB is over. Yeah. But not as long as Yam did in Central Asia. It was 11 hours for Yam.
Yeah,
In Uzbekistan, yeah.
that
So,
was kena held up for 11 hours. Oh my
yeah.
God. I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation.
Imagine 11 hours, and I think Yam was with 13 riders. So it's quite long, 11 hours. 5 hours was the longest in Costa Rica.
But US and Canada, no problem lah.
No, You know, my friend told me because of my name, Muhammad Rahim,
Yeah,
it's a Muslim name, right? They said,
correct.
oh, they're going to give you a lot of trouble. They're going to check your bike. Blah, blah. They just checked my passport. They get my canet. It was like less than 10 minutes. No problem. Canada, USA, no problem at all. It was very fast, yeah.
Earlier you mentioned language barrier. So how do you adapt to the language barrier in South America?
I learned the basic, how to order food, like ask how much, fish, chicken. That's it. But now, if you ask me, I can't remember. Yeah, that is a basic that I learned. I mean, like even in Russia, when I was in Russia, when I riding up to Nocap, I learned the basic Russian language. You know, again to ask for direction and order food. That's it.
So don't mind me asking, how's the people over there? Were they hospitable towards you?
Yeah.
Friendly?
Also, maybe I look like a Hispanic, dark skin, so no problem. Even the police, the army, they're all very friendly. You know, they many times when they stop me, they ask for a selfie. So not no problem at all. Even I accidentally went into an army base. They wasn't alarmed at all. They just show me the correct direction, how to get to the town, and there nothing at all, no trouble. I think people are nice there. So I don't know. There are instances where people get robbed there. I read in the news here. You know, you got to be at the right time at the right place. Sometimes you just unlucky. But for this trip, it was 99% perfect. Yeah, really perfect. No problem at all. Except towards the end, when I was on my way back to Buenos Aires, the agent, because I need to fly the bike to London, right, from Buenos Aires. So the agent asked me to take a picture of my temporary import permit because when you get to Argentina, you need to have a TIP, temporary import permit. They don't use Canet there. So
Ah,
Sandra, take a look at the photo, the image that I took. My engine number wasn't complete. So she said, you got to go back to the custom, to the border, to make them complete your engine number and make them endorse. That's like 2 days right to the border. Yeah.
Bandar
But
lah.
because if I don't do that, they will ask for bribe. The border at the airport, they will ask for about 300 US dollars. Yeah. So I was lucky that Sandra checked, and then I go back to the not to the border, went back to a port in Argentina. There's a small town port. So I get the custom to amend it for me, revise and put in the full engine number. Yeah.
Sure, you met a lot of people during your trip lah, definitely.
Hmm.
What was the general reaction when they found out that a Singapore registered BMW was there, you know?
I think all of them got shocked. Like some don't know where Singapore is, and then when I showed them on Google Map, they said, "How do you get here?" So that's how we break the ice, and some of them we become like riding buddies, right together. But most of them got a big surprise to know that actually someone bothered to like fly the bike to Americas and ride. Yeah, surprise, big surprise, really, because they don't see themselves bike even to India or Europe to ride. Yeah, but but it's good lah. At least they get to know Singapore. So I show them images of Singapore, and they're quite surprised to see all the skyscraper, the financial center, how modern Singapore. Because they have this impression. Most of them thought Singapore in China, or Singapore is like a village. Like yeah,
Yes. You
and
always
then
get
they say my bike is an old bike, right? Maybe they said, so yeah, they have a different impression of Singapore before they meet me. Yeah.
it's like your ambassador of Singapore lah, and then it's also an icebreaker for you ah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. When are you gonna ride there?
Don't know lah, see how lah. See how. I'm not sure if I want to.
Sure, you and Zah will do it. Yeah,
Sounds
I'm
expensive.
sure you and Zah will. You two got potential, really, really good potential.
I love United States. I've been there twice.
So yeah,
But about South America lah. I mean, seen a lot of heard a lot of things, a lot of stories
yeah.
about.
Beautiful. I enjoy. Yeah, people there are nice, really nice. Yeah.
How about accommodation and food? Is it
Uh,
okay?
because I'm not very particular about food. I even eat baked bean most of the time because it's only $1, right, per can.
Ah,
So if I see like Walmart, I see big supermarket, I just buy baked bean. I buy tuna. I buy loaf of bread. But once in a while, I get into a proper restaurant to eat which I wasn't impressed because I don't know. Maybe I'm not that sort of guy who go to restaurant and eat. Yeah, it's not cheap anyway. So accommodation is not cheap to US and Canada. So I try to stay in a cheap place or camp. And I think in USA I stayed with friends. In Canada I stayed with a couple of local. In South America you can't camp, but really cheap there, like US $15, US $12. So again, don't expect to get a good motel or hotel when you pay that kind of price. Like I do, yeah, it's some of the place is undescribable. Like you rather camp than stay in the motel. Yeah, it's just like not worth to mention it. But there are places really nice, like Hyatt Standard. You pay for US $28, like in the smaller town or in the big city. Yeah. So accommodation no problem. There's camping site, in state in Canada everywhere.
Yes.
So a lot of camp except for the weather is cold.
What's
Yeah.
your best memory from your trip, and what's your biggest takeaway from it?
Oh, there's a few actually. But to me, the biggest one was to achieve my goal. I've been dreaming to ride from Alaska to Argentina. Actually, I doubt I can do it because there's a lot of obstacle, and I
Yeah.
didn't really put it in my mind after I wrote to No Cap. I met a couple. They told me they're gonna continue to ride to Alaska to Argentina. Then it struck me like if these two elder couple can do it, right?
Yeah.
Why not me? So I went back and did my homework. And again, like I said again, I spoke to Yam, I spoke to Surinder Pel, Lina. I think I can do this, So I do some homework and yeah, the best thing to happen was to ride Alaska to Argentina. The biggest takeaway: always smile. It doesn't matter who you with, even with gangster, even with the mafia there,
Wow.
right? The gas cartel, the drug, or whoever, always smile. They will never harm you. Yeah, in Mexico, I deal with the gasoline cartel because I didn't ask the price. I really need a petrol. So this guy
Yeah.
top up and charge me like 300% more. So I refused to pay, and he just slide his cowboy like long sleeve shirt, the side arm.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a gun. So
You
just to
pointed.
tell me that he has a gun. So I just smiled. I said, can you give me cheaper? I speak in English. He speak in Spanish. Lower the price. And he like round the figure to about US $30, which is still expensive by $10. Yeah, just smile, like treat them like a friend. The only mistake he did was let me take a selfie with him. So so I have his picture, right? So I tell him I'm gonna post on Facebook, my friend coming, so he can like look for you. So he was quite happy about it. Yeah. So doesn't matter who you meet along the way, just smile. They will never like threaten you or treat you badly. It's just by smiling.
Biggest advice, huh?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Not at the moment. Hungry. I think after the circuit breaker, we can like catch up again and we do a sit down over coffee or something. Yeah.
Definitely. We'll bring in Zhao. So,
Yeah, definitely. And then we can chat more.
okay, thank you so much, Ra, for taking this
No
time
problem. Fine.
for this video podcast with me. I think we're going to end this podcast for now, and yeah, we'll definitely see more of Ra. Hopefully, the Scotland to home, the next trip will go smoothly for you after the circuit breaker ends, after the COVID-19 dies down, and we'll definitely be cheering on your trip, lah. Looking forward to your upcoming trip.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Thanks,
for joining.
Farhan. See you. Bye.
Okay, see you in the next one.